Hello guys, hello my electrical skateboard family, welcome back to my channel. I hope you liked all my non-DIY videos I've uploaded so far, but my heart is with DIY. And here it is, another, I believe, very useful video to someone out there who is building an electrical skateboard. I personally believe that a good electrical DIY board needs to be as clean as possible. You need to be able to see as least as possible screws and all kind of gobbins and guts, and that's what makes it very, very nice. So, if you want your board to look nice and clean, with least amount of holes through the deck for holding the enclosure or anything else you want to fix to the deck, I've got the way for you how to do it, and I will show you exactly how, step by step. As you can see, I'm working on a new project, and I'm going to be using the handmade deck, carbon fiber deck by Sleek Revolution. Unfortunately, the holes inside the deck that are holding the battery enclosure don't match the enclosure I want to use. So I thought to myself, let me share this information with you. The way to fix anything to your deck without having the holes going straight through the deck, where you put the bolt through and the nut and washer on this side, is to have the thread embedded inside the deck. As you can see, I already have done most of the holes and just left one that I'm going to show you how to do. I always try doing it myself first, multiple times before I bring information to you guys. I guess it's a good thing. So what you will need is these little bad boys right here. These are a 4mm internal thread for wood or for wooden surfaces. If you Google it up or put it on eBay as named like that, you'll see these two come up. So pretty much, it's an aluminium structure that does have an Allen key hole at the top. This is to screw this into the wood, and inside it does have thread. So for whatever bolt you are using, normally you'll use about 4mm screw to hold down your battery case. And this is what I've got right here. So this is pretty much what's going to happen after you installed it. This bit here, the shiny one, will be embedded in your deck, and the bolt is going to be holding down your enclosure. So how do you do this? So step number one, you're going to put your enclosure onto the deck, and you're going to mark out exactly where the holes are located for your fixing point. Step number two, you will get yourself the correct size of this thread insert for wood, and you will measure out the length of this insert. You will also need a correct size wood drill bit. Because I'm using 4mm inserts, this type of shape, the ones with like wings, like a really large thread on external, I'm using 5.6mm drill bit. Normally when you buy them, they do recommend what drill bit to use. This funny thing on the tip of the drill bit is actually just a lot of electrical tape, which I have put onto the drill bit because it does work as a stopper. If you don't have it installed on your drill bit, what's going to happen is when you are drilling and putting too much of a pressure on the drill bit will just slide straight through and puncture the deck. You don't want this happening. So what I've done, I've taken the electrical tape and I've positioned it on the drill bit exactly the depth of the insert. Then I just rolled the drill bit using the drill itself and made a nice and thick part right here. So as soon as I get the depth the drill bit cannot go anymore. I also recommend to use smaller drill bits. So if your hole is about 6 millimeters, that is required for the insert, I will start off with, let's say, 3.3, 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5. Otherwise, the drill bit gets stuck too much. So let's drill the hole for the insert. So as you can see, this tiny hole here, this is the last hole I need to drill and install the insert. So I can install the enclosure nice and neat onto my carbon fiber handmade deck without having anything protruding on the other side, keeping it nice and clean. I have already drilled 3mm and 4mm hole straight through. So next step, I'm going 5.6mm, and this is exactly the size I do require for my insert. Do not put a lot of pressure onto the drill bit, and also keep the drill nice and straight, otherwise the thread will not go in straight. As you can see, the drill bit just stopped, so it doesn't matter how much more I'm going to press the button, the drill bit is not going to go any deeper than it has to go. And this is exactly the depth that I require for the insert. So make sure you clean the hole. I normally run the drill bit just one more time. Just to ensure it's nice and clean, and is exactly the diameter that I need it to be. Now, as I mentioned before, the inserts have an Allen key opening. This is so you can actually drive this insert into your deck. I'm using the ratchet. You level this out nice and straight. Applying a little bit of pressure, but trying to keep it as straight as possible. You want it to go in nice and tight. That means that the insert will not come out. You will feel it biting, and that biting is exactly what you want to feel. If you have drilled the hole too big, you have to take it out and use some sort of adhesive, because if you do not feel this insert going it really tight, that means it's not the correct fitment. That means you have drilled the hole too large. Do not over tighten. As you can see, I constantly do check the other side of the deck so it doesn't start bulging the wood on the other side, and I stop. That's it. Remember that depending on the deck you're using, but normally you'll have 15 to 20 millimeters of thickness to work with. So you don't want to do anything too fast, too deep, too strong, otherwise you will have marks on the other side of the deck. So let's take a look. I've got 8 inserts installed. An absolutely perfect surface at the top of the deck. Spot on. So now, when my enclosure is installed, the bolts will go straight through enclosure into the deck. And this will make a very nice and strong fixing, but nice and clean on the other side of the deck. And this is it for this video, guys. I really hope you find this useful. You can use the same method for fixing your lights from underneath your deck, fixing your enclosures, your AC enclosure, your vest enclosure, your battery enclosure, whatever else you want to fix to your deck if you want it to be a permanent and strong fixing. You can use double-sided tape or other stuff, but you know what, when it's bolted down or screwed down, it is staying there. Please like, please subscribe, share the video if you find it good and useful, and most importantly, ride safely. See you soon.